Okay, we're back at our Model A tractor. Done a couple of things since you've seen me last. One is I built this little stand. It's kind of a stand I bolted my grinder and my vise on. It's made out of an engine stand, and the legs bolt to it and it just slides out of there in the event that I want to use an engine stand again. And generally kind of clean things up and organize things. I know things don't look very organized, but they're 100% more organized than they were. I threw away the things like the smog pump for the Granada and the old brake shoes for the used brake shoes for the Econoline van, and all the junk that accumulates in your garage that you don't need anymore. Back to the Model A. I've been working all day on this, and I know things are quite messy here, but we'll address them one at a time. I put our brake on and bolted that up. That works really well. Put a new gasket on it. Let me see if I can find a flashlight. I took the quadrant off, which is the steering deal, and everything looks tickety-boo in there. Actually, it looks pretty nice. All your gears have a nice, none of them are rounded off. The bearings look to be pretty nice. It looks to be in pretty good condition. Actually, this looks like a better inside of a transmission than the other one, the one out in the garage, the one that looks nice. So this ought to be pretty nice. I took these bolts out. There's one bolt that's broke off, and I'm not going to mess with that. These four go right through the case, so I tapped them all out to ensure all that stuff fell down into the case. Yeah, so no. Okay, well, we put our brake on and took the platform off and the quadrant. The quadrant is there. I've taken the gauges out of it. There are several bolts that were broke off. I fixed those. There's a bolt there and a bolt there where this thing comes apart, and I took the bolts out knowing I wasn't going to get this thing apart because I've already tried the other one and tried to get it apart, and I just hammered and heated and hammered and it wouldn't come apart. So I'm not going to do that to this one. I did do it so I could clean all the mud dauber nests out of it. I got my radiator deal out there that turns the shutters on and off. Basically, I just took all the stuff out of it and made sure that all the nuts and bolts were free, come out of it. Here's our pan. It has a hole in the center, and we're going to find a piece of maybe some, I don't know what we got. I'll have to look and see. Some sheet metal or a little piece of plate, maybe some 3/16, and cover that up. I also have a problem here. There's a on the other side of this, if I turned it around, it's wore smooth through, so I'm going to have to weld it somehow where it's this piece right here. It's right smooth through this piece of iron girder, and I'm going to have to weld it, build it up, and bore a hole so this pin will go through so the thing doesn't go cattywampus on me. It's kind of goofy, so I'll have to take that apart. Our seat pan, there's the original seat pan, and was really bad shape. I took the bolt out of it, and it had a little piece of plate, and I welded the piece of plate into this one, and it looks horrible, but it's very strong now, where it was really weak. I run out of welding rod, and I don't have any wire either, so I'm at an impasse here. I'm going to have to get some welding rod and welding wire, because I need to fill a few little holes there. But we're on our way. So I'm going to have to weld up this and finish welding that and fix that. Then I can put everything together. I've got my gauges out here. Haven't tested any of them. This is the oil pressure gauge. It's got a crack in it, and the gauge is all turned black inside, so it leaks. I found an old oil pressure gauge that evidently was off the old Model A, so probably, yeah, I think so. Probably I can use this. It's probably the same gauge. They can use that. I think the ammeter gauge, I'm probably going to change that to a voltmeter, and I haven't tested my water temperature, but I'm going to try to use all these gauges over. I even got my 6-volt bulb out. I'm going to have to change that to a 12-volt bulb that goes in the dash light. Some of these parts are going to have to go into the sandblaster and sandblast. I got this, a radiator shuttle, which is a decent one. It's an original one. You can tell it's original. It's not a Indian one because it's at the holes bored center. And looks like somebody tried to braze a piece or a couple of washers on there. That might have been my job. In fact, I think it was my job. I think I brazed that on there. This might have come out of a Model B, but it's the same thing. So there's where we are now. This also had a neat little clamp that held our water temperature line and our oil pressure line, and I've got both of the screws out of that. That was pretty interesting. I'll probably use some hose or something, a couple pieces of rubber hose to isolate those lines. So we're coming right along here, and I hope you're enjoying these videos. I'm excited about how far I am with this. This is the weekend that I'm supposed to be in Kansas to pick up the parts. There's winter ice storm here in Oklahoma, so I'm not able to go and get those parts. So I'm probably going to go Wednesday in about 3 or 4 days, and I'll go up there and pick them up then. I'll take some video of me going up there in this guy's yard in Kansas.